Hi and welcome back to a new video, or I don't even know if I can say welcome back because it's been a few months since I last filmed a video. I think it's been about 8 months, and the last video I filmed was a Photocard Collection video as well. And the only excuse I have for that is life and university. I decided to focus a lot more on my university courses and just all the coursework, and it's really paid off because my grades are where I want them to be. Because the first year of uni I kind of slacked off and my grades weren't bad, but they weren't as good as I was used to them being, so I just decided to focus more on that and also making a lot more friends this term, which has been really fun. So yeah, but I really wanted to film this video to see how much my collection has grown, because I know that it's a lot bigger than last time. I've started collecting a lot more people, and yeah, I currently have 6 big binders and 4 smaller A5 binders. So the first part of this video will be my boy groups, so if you're a girl group stan you can just skip until when I start with that. And I think the first binder I'm going to do is my twice binder, so you can just look for that cover. So the first binder I have is my Wjsn and Kun collection, but I don't know if I can call it Wjsn and Kun anymore because there's some other stuff in here as well, but it's only Nct. So here's the cover, and this is the only binder where I have decals, and for the other ones I also have like a collage on the front, but I really like this art piece, so I decided to just keep it here and just keep the, what's this called, decals on the front. So we start off with Kun, and yeah, I've changed these. These are new. I used to have other cover pages before that. I wasn't sure there. It's been so long since I filmed and I can't remember what I had in that video and what is new, so yeah. So here we have all of Kun's. I collect his Korean album cards and his keynotes, and I think I have a photo book card as well, but I don't do anything like extra besides that. And I won't say all the album names because I can't remember, and I think that will be a recurring thing for all groups, so if you want to know like the name of any card, just tell me in the comments, or you can always look it up on a template, but I'll be happy to answer. So here we have, I said I won't say the album names, but if I know them I can say them. So we have his empathy cards, and then we have Take Over the Moon, and we have The Awakening. Ooh, I don't know. It's not The Awakening, it's Awaken the World. And we have his photo book photo card, so this is the only one I have that's not a Korean album photo card. And then we have Resonance, and then we have his 2 Kino cards. And then we have the Kino cards for part 2. And then we have Kickback, and this is his Kino cards for that album. I love this one, but this one looks kind of cursed. Like, yeah, so here's a prince, and he's just cursed. I don't know, but this one is my favorite one. And then we have Universe, which I'm complete with, and this is his Mamamoo. I don't know how to say that, but it's a Japanese store, and it's their like pre-order benefit, I'm pretty sure. And here we have the SM Town special album, so I decided to not collect his SM Town version because, to be honest, the Nct one was way cuter. So that's that. And here we have his circle cards, and then we just have some postcards that I've gotten because I don't collect big inclusions for anyone in Nct. And then we have Wjsn, so this picture is the same, but I just changed the layout a bit. And for him I tried to collect all the album cards, but I think I'm missing 3 Kinos or something like that, because those are just impossible to find. And I'm not gonna pay like $100 each for them, that's just crazy. So here we have Fire Truck, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have the first, which like it's super cute, but I don't like the fact that it's in black and white. Then we have Cherry Bomb, Wjsn. And I love that it doesn't say the name on the back. Okay, that's Wjsn. Then we have Empathy. These were so hard to find back when I got them, but I think after the reprint they're so much easier to find. And then we have We Go Up, which is one of my favorite eras. And then we have Regular, Irregular, Regulate, Superhuman, and this Kino is new. So I bought 1 Kino card and I pulled Taeyang, so it's super easy to, or bought 1 Kino and I pulled Taeyang, so it's super easy to trade for Wjsn. And this We Boom Kino is also new, I feel like. So we have We Boom, and then we have, I don't know what the album is called. It's called Neozone. So yeah, we have Neozone and the Kino, and then we have Reload and the Kino, and this is one of my favorite cards. Then we have Punch. I think it's Punch, and then this is the Kino card. This is the Kino card, and then we have Resonance, and I do not have his Kino cards for Resonance Part 1 because, as we all know, those are extremely expensive, and I think that goes for almost all members of Nct, that those cards are just impossible to find right now. And then we have Part 2, and I have one of his Kino cards for Part 2, but not the other one, which in my opinion is the cutest one, because these two look kind of similar, but in the other one he's wearing like a black bucket hat, and it just looks super cute. And then we have Hot Sauce, so this is my Hot Sauce page. This is a pre-order benefit, but I don't know the store, and this is a Mamamoo Japan pre-order benefit, and this is some merch. And here's his Hot Sauce SM Global card. I still do not have it, but it's on the way to me. The Go manager actually sent it out this week, so it's taken almost a year, which I was not anticipating that, but it's on the way, and I will have it in like a week, so I can finally just take this off. It's been here for so long. And then we have Hello Future right here, and these two are his Kino cards, and this is a Mamamoo pre-order benefit, and I think this is, all of these are merch photo cards. This is a collab with, I can't remember, but I think it's like a playbook for kids. And then one of this is his, comes with a sticker set, and one comes with a balloon. I can't remember which one. And then we have a sticker, so this one is super cute, and I put this one first because it matches the whole aesthetic of Hello Future. And then we have the rest of his sticker cards, and then we have Favorite, which I actually just completed because this Kino card, it was so hard. I think I bought 12 Kinos, not a single HN, but a lot of Utah, which was fun, but sadly I do not collect Utah. So I couldn't find a trade for this, so I ended up having to buy it for a bit more than I wanted to. It was kind of expensive, to be honest, but I was desperate, so yeah. That was Favorite. And here we have Universe. So I have traded for this one, but I think it's gotten lost because it's been 1.5 months right now. So I'm trying to find a trade because I still have a G-Sung to trade for that. So here we have his Universe card and his Mamamoo pre-order benefit, and then we have the SM Winter album, and I did not collect the SM version for him either, as that one was really expensive and was also extremely similar to this one. And here we have his Kino cards. We have his Circle cards. Then we just have the OT7 set for the cafe photo cards from Hot Sauce. And then we also have the OT7 set for the agent cards from Hello Future. And then here we just have a bunch of, we have some like just random NCT Dream cards. Since Dream is my favorite unit, I just decided that if I don't have to, I'm not gonna trade my pulls away, or I'm gonna trade until I get HN, and then I'm just gonna keep the rest. So I have a Mark card from, I think, We Go Up, or yeah, We Go Up. And then I have a Chenle Kino card, a Yenno Circle card, a Jaemin, I think this is like the AR clip card, and then I have 2 cards from Hot Sauce, and I'm gonna have 2 more, so I think I'm gonna have oh my god, I don't know. I think I have a HN and a Renjun on the way with that SM Global pre-order benefit in a go. So I'm gonna have to trade for some other members, but I'm not sure which ones right now. And then I actually do have Yenno's full Hello Future set. So this is his 2 normal album cards, his Kino and his other Kino. Then we have a Jaemin Kino card and Chunless. And then we also have a Universe card for Jaemin and his NCT version for the special winter album. And I feel like I haven't talked this much in a while because I've been sick, and I think you can kind of still hear it on my voice. But I really wanted to get this done because I don't know, I think I'm gonna make some changes because it's a lot and it's hard to keep up with right now. So I'm gonna have to like stop some collections, but we're gonna get to that. And then we have some Doyoung photo cards. He's my bias in 1 to 7 after HN. So when I get his photo cards, I'm not gonna trade them away. So I just have some of his cards, and this one is one of my favorites, along with this one and this one. I just think they're super cute. And here we just have the Polaroid style cards from Hello Future. I have Renjun, HN, and Jisung's ones. So yeah, and like, oh my god, it's so hard to talk when you haven't talked in a while, especially when you've just been home by yourself for a week. But yeah, let's move on to the next binder. So here's my next boy group photo card binder, and in this one I have Astro and Ab6ix. And like, before anyone comes for me on the cover, I know there's only 4 members, but when I always try to fit as many members as I can, like either the full group or just my bias line. And my bias line in Astro is Sana, Unu, and Rocky. But I thought I was gonna fit all the members on here, but somehow like all the photos of MJ and Jin, they were just, I couldn't get it to look good in the collage, but otherwise I would have put them on, just the collage did not look good with their photos. So yeah, that's why they're not on here. I still love them, but I just could not fit them on the cover. So first off, we have my Astro collection. So I only collect Sana from Dream, oh my god, what's it called? Dream Part 1, it's called Dream Part 1, hopefully. So here we have all his cards from Dream Part 1, including the clear cards, which I could put in white sleeves, but I do not have any white sleeves left at the moment. And then we have his cards from Dream Part 2, should I put it like this? Yeah. So these two Polaroids, this one is super cute. And then we have his cards from Rise Up. And then we have All Light. Then we have Blue Flame, which was actually the first Astro album I got. This was the comeback that got me into them. I think it was back when I lived in Germany, and I just love the comeback. I think I listen to it every day. I don't know, I just love that album, so I decided to get one. And yeah, after that, I just started collecting him. And then we have their special album, One and Only. And these cards are so hard to find right now, so I'm super happy that I actually got 2 copies back when it was released. And then we have, what's it called? It's called Gateway. And then we also have their second full album, not first, which is called, I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. All Yours. And for All Yours, I collected Sana and Unu. And let's just say, I thought I was going to collect Unu forward, but Astro just became very hard to collect, especially for the next album. It was impossible to find trades, and I gave up kind of quickly because just collecting Sana was a struggle. And I think that's something, like, Astro has just been super hard to collect lately. And I think like that's because everyone wants Uno. Like the majority of trades you find is they want the Uno equivalent. Oh my god, I can't speak today. And that's just pretty hard because it feels like to print less of his cards sometimes because I never pull him. But yeah, so I think this one is my favorite. And then I also love this Sana card. It's super cute. And this one, I don't know, all of them are super cute. And then I also have the Care Bear one, which was, it was hard finding. I think I have to like trade 2 cards for that one, so I think I traded 1 Rocky and 1 Jinin for one of his cards, which was kind of sad, but I did it because I wanted it and I had a lot of extra copies. And here we have Switch On. Yes, so this is a pre-order, but I think it's Apple Music if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not entirely sure. So for this album they had 8 cards, which are super cute, but it was so hard to collect. So yeah, and then we have Moonbin and Sana's units. I have all the cards for this, and they actually released their second album today. And I've ordered 1 set of albums, but you actually need 4 to be able to complete a member set, and I just don't feel like I can get 4 album sets because that's a lot of money, and the shipping for those albums was super high. So for now I'm just gonna be happy with my 1 set of albums. That's 4 photo cards, and normally I would get the rest of the cards on Yokio, but we all know that's just not an option right now. So I'm trying to find like a good alternative to that, but the fees are just super high on the other side, so I don't know. But yeah, and I think this one is my favorite from this album. And here we just have a page of random photo cards. So this is from their Season's Greetings, which year? 2020. And I think that's the last Season's Greetings I actually got, because I haven't gotten one in 2021 or 2020 or 2022. I can't have gotten one yet, but yeah. That's the last one I got, and this is a pre-order benefit. This is the units from if you bought like the set of their All Yours album, and these 2 are also pre-order benefits. And here we just have some bigger inclusions. Sana is one of the idols that I actually try to trade for his big inclusions, which is not very common for me because it's just annoying, and I don't know if it's just me, but bigger inclusions just get lost more often in the mail for me, which is super sad. So here we have his lyric books from All Yours, All Light. I don't know. All Light, it's All Light, it's All Light, oh my god. And then we have his postcards from Blue Flame, both of the group postcards from One and Only. His like, I ripped them off, the group one, but it's kind of his postcards from Gateway. And then we have his inclusions for Switch On. I think I'm missing the equivalent to this from All Yours, but I just haven't ripped them out, and I don't think I'm gonna do it because it's just a hassle to do that. And then we have AB6, and for AB6 I collect Daewoo, as you can see. So here's the album cards from their first album, and these two are from their second album, but I just decided to like put them here to fill out this page. And here we have the rest of the album cards from their second album, and this one is definitely my favorite. And here's all the photo cards from, I guess, their third album, and this was the era I started collecting because I found these cards super cute, like especially this one and this one, they're just so cute. And here we have the AR cards from this album, which it looks kind of empty, but I've just gotten used to how this looks, so I think I'm just going to keep these three on their own page. And here we have Salute, which I'm going to be honest, I think it's my least favorite AB6 album. I don't know why, I just loved Vivid and this just didn't live up to my expectations, but the cards are super cute, like this one, it's just amazing. And I think this is an MMT pre-order benefit if I'm not mistaken. AB6 is also one of those groups that it's going to be hard collecting them because I always buy his cards on Mercari Japan. But hopefully I find some, like another proxy to use. And these are the IDs, AR cards, and group cards from Salute. And then we have A New Hope. I don't know which album that's in line, but yeah, so they... Oh my god, I can't speak. The album had 4 album cards, and this is a Make Star pre-order benefit. I think this is my least favorite page in my collection for Daiwi, because I just don't like the layout in the cards. They don't match, it's just... It looks off. But here they also started doing unit cards, so these are all of Daiwi's units. Look super cute. I think these ones are my favorite. And here we have Have a Dream. No, oh my god, I can't remember, but it's one of their albums. So here they started doing like these double-sided photo cards. They're super cute. But I think this is also an MMT pre-order benefit, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have 9 units. I think there are 12 for this album, but I just decided to fill up a 9 pocket with my favorite concepts. So the pajama ones are super cute. And here we have the next album, which is... it's their second full album, that I know. So here I decided to combine the units with the album card. So this is the first version. And this is... It's holographic, but can you see it? Yeah, you can kind of see it. So this is a pre-order benefit, and then these are his normal album photo cards, and I think this one's my favorite. And here's his units for this version. And this is a K-Town for You pre-order benefit, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's the same layout as the previous page. And they actually continue the double-sided cards here, which is super cute. And this one is also a K-Town for You benefit, and yeah, the same layout. And here's my setup for the like special jewel case album. But this is gonna change because I ended up getting his 2 Make Star pre-order benefits. So I'm gonna do an 8 layout if I'm thinking about it correctly. Because it's 6, yeah, 8. I think I'm gonna put the IDs here and then just pre-order benefit, normal album card, pre-order benefit, normal album card. But this album is on the way to me. The Go Manager sent it out last week, I think. So I should have it by the end of the week as well. But I just did not want to wait with filming this because I know I'm gonna probably... yeah, make some changes this week. So let's move on to the next binder. So this is another one of my boy group binders, and it's the last big boy group binder. Then I have some other boy groups in my A5 binders. So let's just begin. And I'm getting like out of breath because I'm like, I can feel that I'm still sick, but we're gonna do this. So here we have Ateez, and I collect Songhwa. And I'm just gonna be honest and say that I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this collection going. I'm not gonna sell it because I just come to terms with that selling collections makes me extremely sad, and I usually end up regretting it. I've tried that with Itsy 3 times. I've sold my Leah collection twice, and then I collected Rujin, and then I sold her, and I ended up regretting that very much. So my mom actually said, like, why don't you just keep them? You don't have to continue them, just keep them. And I thought that was a good idea because I'm not in the need for the money. I have enough money. It's just that sometimes I get the urge to sell because everyone else is selling, and I don't know why. It's just, it feels like that's a trend to sell when you don't want to collect anything. But I think I'm just gonna keep it, or I know I'm gonna keep it, but I probably won't continue it because I haven't listened to Ateez for a while. Their latest comebacks just haven't been my thing. So yeah, but I'm gonna keep my cards because I still love Songhwa. So here we have their first 2 albums and with the group cards. And then we have, I just call it Wave Illusion. I don't know what the album's actually called, but we have the group cards. the normal album cards and the MMT cards. And that's like the MMT cards, I'm never getting those back if I sell them. And here we have like the third album, and these two are from the special anniversary edition, his ID looking card and his baby card, and then these are the normal album cards and the group cards. I do not have the MMTs for this, but I used to have one of his and I used to have one of Wjsn's, but I don't know why, but I collected both of them and the layout just looked so stupid when I had one of each. So I sold both, but now I realized I could have just traded the second Wjsn for Seonghwa because I actually found trades for that. So I don't know why I didn't do that, but I'm never getting those MMTs because they are expensive. And here we have their fourth album, Action to Answer, right? No, Treasure Epilogue, no? You Action to Answer, yeah, it's Action to Answer. And these two are the MMTs and these two are the regular ones. And here they stopped doing group cards, they did some like message card thing instead, so I decided just to not keep those in my binder. And here we have Zero Fever Part 1. And this was actually the last Ateez album that I actually really enjoyed. And after that, the songs just haven't, or like most of the songs on the albums just haven't been my thing. But that's okay, I've still watched all the stages and everything because Ateez are amazing performers, so you gotta watch it. But here we have his normal album cards, his K-Town For You, the diary version, and his MMT cards. And from now on, I do not have any MMT cards, even though I actually always order from MMT, and I just had all his MMT cards, but I sold them because these cards fit a 9 pocket. So I think this is Zero Fever Part 2 then, if that was Part 1. So yeah, and these are the limited and these are the normal album cards. Same thing here, I guess Zero Fever Part 3, I'm just gonna double check, and yeah, it's Fever Part 3. These are the limited ones and these are the normal ones. And yeah, after that I'm not complete. I have 2 cards to trade, but it's been really hard to find trades, and I think the Ateez hashtags are just full with pre-order benefits, and it's so hard to actually find the normal album cards because Ateez, they do so many fan signs that it's crazy. But yeah, these are the limited ones, so I'm still missing 3 regular photo cards, and hopefully I'll get them, but I haven't been on the lookout for them in a while, so I don't know. But yeah, I really want to get them, as it's probably my last era with Ateez. And then we have Wjsn, and I collect Donghan, and they are having a comeback tomorrow, and I'm so excited. Oh, I just got that. I need to pay an invoice, but I do not want to pay that right now. Let's film this instead. So they have a comeback tomorrow, and they actually just posted an unboxing video of the album, and I saw this Donghan photo card, and it's so cute, and I'm so excited to collect them. So here we have the photo cards for their first album, and then this is the cards for their second one, and as you can see, I'm still missing one. And I took my wish list down, and I don't know why, and every time I just forget which card I'm looking for, because as you can see, they're pretty similar, and I think this one looks exactly like either one of these, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they had 3 Polaroid looking cards, and then these are clear cards, and I have them in white sleeves. And then we have their third album. It's Identity Action. It's the one that has Bye 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 on it. And this was the era I started collecting them, and I'm so happy I did because they're just so talented and I love collecting them. So I have all of his cards, and like I wish that they were more consistent. Like these 2 matches, but I think they're different. Like why couldn't like the matching ones be on like the same row? I don't know. And like these 2 are different versions, but they're matching, and just kind of makes me, I don't know. It makes me feel something. I don't like it. Hopefully the cards for their new album are more consistent. I think there's 12 album cards, and then there's another version that has more cards, but I can't find that version for sale, so I may not collect that one. And then we have the Polaroid looking cards from that album and 2 Makestar pre-order benefits. And like this one with the sailor like uniform, it's so cute. And then we have Treasure, so I collect Asahi, but I don't know, my bias line in Treasure is always changing, so right now I think Yoshi or Jihoon is my bias, but that may change tomorrow, I don't know. But here we have their first album, and I think do I have K-Town For You pre-order? I think this is the K-Town For You pre-order card here. And then we have the second one, and which is the K-Town For You cards are probably these ones. Yeah, and then this is also a K-Town one, but I put it on the back. And the same goes for this album, K-Town For You cards, the rest is normal album cards, and I also have one on the back. Here we have their first full album. So I have all the album cards, the K-Town for You, K-Town for You, and then I put the baby card on the back because that wasn't my favorite. And here's, it's very empty. I'm just gonna say it's very empty for the new album, because as you can see, I'm collecting 3 members. And it's not going that well, because trading for treasure, it's worse than trading for Astro and Wjsn, and those 2 groups are hard to trade for, so I don't know what to do right now. But so far I have one Jihoon photocard, Jihoon, oh my god, photocard. This page I have a lot more cards, so I have Jihoon, Joshi, and Asahi. And then I have the units, and I'm missing 2 of them, the rest are on the way. And then this page is for Asahi's Digipack cards and Kinos, but I have traded for one of Yoshi's Kino cards instead because that was cuter. So I'm just gonna put it here instead, I don't know. It's a bit of a mess right now, and this page is also a bit of a mess. These are just 2 extra Digipack photo cards I have, which I can't trade away because they're cute. So I think I'm gonna reorganize these 2 pages when I have more cards, probably. And then we have some of his postcards. I'm not like trying to get them because it's kind of hard, but I posted them up for trade, and if someone contacts me, I'm just gonna trade. So yeah, and this one, yeah, it's bent, and it kind of bothers me, but trading for a new one is just not an option right now. And then we have TXT, and I think last time I filmed the video it said like Yeonjun and Hyunin, but my bias in TXT is also just changing every time, and I found it very difficult to like keep up collecting Yeonjun because it's hard to trade for him. So from now on, I think I just kept my pulls, and I think I'm gonna do that in the future as well. But for the first albums, I do have all of Yeonjun's photo cards, which is super exciting. And like, when I got my TXT albums, I pulled Subin twice, like that one Subin card everyone wants for Blue Hour, but I didn't understand that it was hard, like, it's not hard to pull, they print as many of that as every other card, but it's hard to find because it's in such high demand. But of course I didn't understand that, and now I'm kind of regretting trading it away because I know I traded one for Yeonjun, and the other one I can't remember what I traded for, but it was not a beneficial trade on my part. But I don't know, I just did not know that card was hard to find when I got my albums. But here I have all of Yeonjun's photo cards, and then for the next album I ended up with all of Hyunin cards, and then I have one Hyunin, one Yeonjun here, and then we have their Weavers pre-order benefits, and then as you can see I just kept what I pulled for the next album. And I'm pretty sure these are the Weavers cards as well. And this is definitely my favorite card from my album pulls, and this Bomb Gear is also super cute. And then we have just the bigger cards from their earlier albums, and I have Yeonjun and Hyunin. I do have their, like, I don't know what to call them, but the thing that comes with sticky notes, I do have those as well, but they're just too bulky to put in the binder. And then we have Yeonjun's postcards from Blue Hour, if I can get them up. Come on, yeah, I have all 3 of them. But yeah, that was all for this binder, and let's just move on to my smaller boy group binder. So next up is this A-Fine binder, and it's the B&D binder that everyone uses, and it's super cute. So here I keep, it's a new edition from last time, I collect Renjun and Jisung from NCT Dream as well, because I realized that I do not have a bias in that group either, or I say that Haechan is my bias, but I don't know if that's entirely true every time, so yeah. So in the front I just have this extra agent card for Jisung. And for them I do not collect Kinos from any earlier eras, I do not collect all the circle cards or IDs, I just collect the cards I want in order to make it look pretty. If that's like a good explanation, I don't know. So here we have the first cards, I think, and then we have Wjsn. This was so hard to get, but I finally have it. And then we have Empathy, which was surprisingly easy to get. And we have We Go Up, and we have the We Boom circle cards just to fill out the space, because the crew cards, they're hard to find. And then we have the We Boom album photo cards, and I think this one is my favorite Renjun photo card. Then we have Reload. Then we have Resonance Part 1. And like a fun fact for this, I actually pulled Renjun's full set of Kinos as well as Jisung's for this album, and now they're super hard to get. But of course I traded them away and sold them for really cheap prices, but At least I helped someone else out with their collection. And then we have Resonance Part 2, and this one's super cute. And then we have the start of Hot Sauce, so this is the jewel case album cards. And then we have, yeah, just the red and yellow version of their normal album cards. Then we have the green version, and this is the Mamamoo Japan pre-order benefit. And I just put them next to these because they look so similar. And then we have Hello Future. So yeah, these are the first cards, but I don't know why I said that. But yeah, these are the normal album photo cards, and then I have the keynotes on the next page because this was the era when I like fully decided to collect them. So I just got a bunch of extra albums and traded for them when I got the albums. But I could not find trade for that, so I had to buy it on Nyokyo or Mercari for, I think I paid a bit too much. I think I paid like $15 for it. Yeah, dollars, because I think I paid like a bit less in euros, I don't know. But I just couldn't find a trade for it, so I bought it, and I feel like that's a card that I see like everyone just missing it on their wish lists. And then we have the keynotes, and like this Hyunjin photo card, it's just amazing, like the hat. Whoever put that hat on him, I love you. So as I said, yeah, I had a lot of extra keynotes, and as you saw in my NCT Dream binder in the beginning, or just NCT binder, I had Genos, and then you said Shell's keynotes as well, but I do not have any more keynotes for Hello Future because I didn't pull any. And then these are merge cards, and I think these are for the hollow epoxy stickers. And then these are their IDs for Universe, and their normal album photo cards, the photo book and the jewel case. And then we have the special winter album, the NCT version, and then we have their Mamamoo pre-order benefits, which I know they should go before this, but I don't know what to put here if I put them there, because I don't want to split this album up. But I hope Glitch Mode, because they're having a comeback in a few weeks, or I think it's like 3 weeks from now, if I'm not mistaken, or 2. I'm not that good with dates, but hopefully like Glitch Mode has like some extra cards I can put down here. I don't know. And this card was so hard to find. It was expensive, and it was just always sold when I wanted to get it. And I think I paid 5 times as much for this one as I paid for Kun's equivalent, which was crazy. And then we have my Cravity collection, which it has changed a bit. I took out all the pre-order benefits for, I don't want to pronounce the name. Like, if you know me or the persons I've talked to this about, it's just like his name, I mess it up every time. And I feel so bad because he's one of my biases, but I just don't want to mess it up in this video. But I took his X1 cards out as well as his pre-order benefits. And I think I'm gonna cut down on Cravity as well, because I didn't really like their last comeback, but I like the group, I like their dynamics, I like their personalities. So I just kept everything, but I haven't pre-ordered their new album, and I'm not sure I will. I'm just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, so I collect 2 members, and I have their just regular album cards here. Like, these look so cute, like the rainbow colored hair. Then we have next album. This was extremely hard to get, or I think this was even harder. It took me ages. Then we have the ID card from the 3rd album as well. And then here's their oh my god, I can't speak, but their 4th, I think, is the first full album. And this album cost me a lot of trouble, because I got it from Starship Square, and the customs I got on this, I think I got 70 euros in customs when I got this album, and like, of course that's not correct because I've calculated it, and it should definitely not be more than 40, and 40 is still too much for me. So I actually contacted the FedEx and like told them this is not okay, and I'm still waiting on that invoice. Actually, they haven't sent me the new one, and it's been like 8 months, so I'm just hoping they actually forgot about it or something. But yeah, so here's the normal album cards, the units. So I tried to collect, there's more units, but I tried to collect 1 unit like from the concept so it matches with each member. The normal album cards, the units, and again normal album card, unit. And then we have their Starship Square pre-order benefits that I had to keep them now because this package cost me so much trouble. And then we just have Taeyang's pre-order benefits. I just decided to keep them because I think he's my #1 bias right now. So that was all for my boy group binders. And then I have some other boy groups in my other A5 binder, but that binder is not dedicated to boy groups specifically. So let's move on to the girl group binders. First off, we have my Izone and Gfriend binder. I think those two are the only groups I have in here. And of course, there haven't been a lot of changes to this since last time, because Izone hasn't had a comeback, nor has Gfriend, because both of them disbanded, which we're not going to talk about it because I don't like it. But we did get some news about Sakura. She signed with Hybe, and she posted a photo on Instagram, or I think, I can't remember his name, like Hitman Bang? I don't know, is that his name? He posted a picture with her and Wjsn, so I'm super excited. But like, I know this is controversial, but like Gfriend, they disbanded when Hybe bought Source Music, and I'm just hoping that Sakura's new group does not use Gfriend's storyline, because that's, I think a lot of people are scared about that, because in my opinion it would just be wrong if they disbanded Gfriend and then let their new girl group use the concept or their storyline. And if that's the case, if that happens, of course there's nothing we can do, and it's not the girl's fault. I'm still gonna support the group and love it equally as much, but I don't know, that just feels wrong to me, and I hope the rumors aren't true, because that would just suck. But I'm so excited for the group still. And that was a lot of talking. So here we have my Gfriend Photocard Collection, and I collected Yerin. So here's just, I think this is a pre-order benefit from Weavers. It's a standee looking thing, I don't know. So for Gfriend, the albums, yeah, I'm not gonna say the names. So these are the cards from their first albums. And then we have Rainbow and Parallel, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the name of these albums. Then we have Time for the Moon Eyes. Oh my god, I almost did not have to look, but here's her cards for that album. And then we have Sunny Summer. Like, this card, it's iconic, but like I can't decide if it's cute or not, or if it's just awful. I think it's the short bangs that, just this photo, they just do not work for me, but in this photo they do, so I don't know. And I'm starting to feel my cold right now because my speech is just getting worse. And then we have Time for Us. So these are album cards, and these are the limited ones. Then we have Fever Season. Then we have Labyrinth, and I split these cards into 2 pages because there were 10 of them. And then we have Song of the Sirens. Apple. We have Apple. We have the Apple photo cards. Looks super cute. And then we have, of course, Walpurgis Night or Mago, which, yeah, it's actually one of my favorite eras, but it's also sad era. Like, I watched a video with Vivis, and Shinbi talked about it, and she actually didn't know that this was going to be their last promotions, which is just super sad. So this era gives me mixed feelings, but it has some of the cutest photo cards, like these two, this one, they're amazing. And then we have the rest of the photo cards, but in my opinion this page has the superior cards, and these ones are okay, but they're not as good as the first page. And then we have some, I think these are Kata View cards, the crew ID, I don't know what to call this. And then we have the clear cards for Time for Us. And these are the lenticular Kata View and just different pre-order group cards from Apple, which I have a lot of them. And here's the rest of the pre-order cards from Apple. And then we just have some big inclusions for her. And here's the new addition to this binder. I got Vivi's debut, of course, but I'm not going to collect all of the cards since my bias isn't in this unit, or I guess it's not a unit, it's a new group. But I'm going to go from a friend, and they actually got into the fan sign, which is super exciting. They got to talk to Shinbi, and of course the rest of the members, but Shinbi is her bias. So that was super fun. So I got some albums from her, and she made sure that I got 2 of each member, and then I also got all 3 of the Kata View 3 pre-order benefits, I'm pretty sure. And then I have 2 lenticulars and 4 group cards. And like, these cards are all from 2 albums, except for the pre-order benefit, of course, but you got so many cards in 2 albums. And then we have the postcards from that album. And then we have my Izone collection, so I collected Sakura. But hopefully I will continue this sometime this year. Even though that's gonna be hard because I'm gonna study abroad for the fall semester, and I still haven't decided what to do about that. Maybe I'll just pre-order stuff to my parents' house during 6 months and open it when I go back for Christmas, but I'm not sure. That's just, I don't like planning that far ahead because it gives me anxiety, so yeah. Here we have her colorized photo cards and the Kino cards. Yeah, and then we have Hard Eyes and the Kino cards. Like this one, I love it so much. And then we have the start of Blue Mice. So we have album cards, message card, and AR card. And the same with this one. And we have the last version here. And then we have Secret Story of the Swan, or One Eric Diary. It's called One Eric Diary. So here's the AR cards and the photo cards. And then we have their, oh my god, it's their last album. Oh my god, no. But it's called One Reeler, and I have all of her cards. These are the AR ones and these are the normal ones, and I think this one's my favorite. Like the pink hair is just everything. And then we have some of her non-album cards. I just collected a few at random. We have the pre-order set from One Eric Diary, so I have all of the members. And then we have the new additions to this binder. So I actually got Yuri's solo album. I haven't gotten the solos from all of the members. Or when I think about it, I pretty much have. I'm just missing Unbi's, but I didn't, her solo debut, the song just, it didn't stuck with me, so I'm probably not gonna get that album. But I got 2 albums from Yuri solo, so I could fill out the 9-pocket page, and I think these 2 are Makestar pre-order benefits. And then I also got Yena's solo album, because like, that debut was just amazing. Smile is just, it's just one of my favorite songs this year, and the B-sides, they're also amazing. So, oh my god, I don't know. I know that this one's a Makestar pre-order benefit, and these are from the album. And the same goes here. This is the Makestar pre-order benefit, and the rest are from the album. And then we just have all my big inclusions for Sakura. These are from Blue Mice. These are from One Eric Diary. Yeah. The stickers from One Eric Diary, and these are her Blue Mice Kinos, and these are her One Reeler Kinos. And then we have some of the other inclusions from One Reeler, and I don't like this layout, but these just never stay put, and it looks ugly. I don't know what to say. And then we have her bigger cards from One Reeler, and also the stickers from One Reeler. And that was all for this binder, and let's move on to the next one. So next up is my like big girl group binder. It's almost overflowing, it's just super full, and here I keep like the majority of my girl groups. So on the cover we have just a very simple collage of Wjsn from Mamamoo, but I think I want to switch this out, but I'm waiting to get some spare albums that I can just rip apart, but I currently do not have any spare albums from any of the groups in here, but I do! I just remember I have some extra Queenum albums for Red Velvet that I could cut apart, but that will have to wait. So first off we have my Mamamoo collection, and I collect Wjsn, and I just had to say this, I'm gonna see them in May, and that's just amazing. I've been their fan for so long, and I never thought that I'd see them live, and I'm just so happy to see them. Even though it's not their concert, I'm still gonna see them perform a few songs. So I collect Mamamoo from, is it called Yellow Flower? I never remember what the album's called, but it's the one with Starry Night. So here's her cards for those albums. And then we have, this is the album with Hip on it, and this is Dinga Dinga and Aya, and this is the MMT, and this is the Makestar. And then we have her solo album. I don't know, I haven't gotten a lot further on this one since last time, or maybe I have, I don't know. But I'm still missing one photo card right here, and I traded for it, but it's definitely lost because it's been like 4 months. Or more, yeah, I don't know. But I'm still missing that one, but I have the rest of the cards. These are MMT ones, and these are Makestar ones. And then we have her cards from I can't say that letter. I don't remember the name of the letter in English. I only remember the Swedish one, which is kind of embarrassing since I study English at university, or I study English that can be used when you're doing economics, I don't know. So I know a lot of economic terms, but apparently I don't remember the name of that letter. I don't know. But here we have these cards from that album with the Makestar pre-order benefit. Then we have the next album, which is their like the best album, I don't know what to call it. So the normal album cards and her purity benefit, and overall this album was just awful collecting because the album itself was super big, the shipping was awful, it cost a lot, and they only had one purity benefit, I think, and it was from Bitsnet, I don't know what to call it, but I think that's the company's own website, and that was hard to order from, and yeah, it was just a mess. But I have all the cards, and especially this one, it's super cute. And then we have the cards from her new solo album. I think for this solo album I'm not gonna get all the cards because I can't get that many copies of the album and they're just expensive. So I just have her Kate and few pre-order cards and 2 album cards, and I do want to trade this to another card because it's not my favorite, and if I'm just gonna keep my pulls, I'd like to have like some of my favorite cards. Then we have my Red Velvet collection, and I collect Joy, and I've noticed that they actually do have quite a lot of cards by now. So we have, oh my god, for Red Velvet I actually don't know all of the albums, but we have her earlier album cards right here. Then we have I'm saying that like I know the album names. I don't know, I think this is the one that has Bad Boy on it. And then we have Cookie Jar, the Japanese album. Red Summer, I think, I don't know, it has Power Up on it. And then I think, should this be really Bad Boy? Yeah, this is RBB. This is going good. And then we have their second Japanese album, or I don't know what's the name of that one? Sappy, it's called Sappy. And then we have the start of the Reeve Festival, or Red Velvet Festival, I don't know what to call it. This is the Kino card, and this is also the Kino card, and I don't like these cards, they're just... Why? She had so many good outfits and they chose those 2, I don't know why. And then we have Psycho, or Red Velvet Festival, the final, I don't know. And it's these 5 cards, oh my god, this is not going well right now. And they were pretty hard to get, but I have them. And then we have her solo album. She had a solo album, which is super, like, just amazing. We have 4 of the cards right here, and we have the iconic dog photo card with the hat. It's just, I love it so much. And then we have the last 2 cards from that album, and then we have Queendom. And then we have the SM Special album, and this is actually the SM Town version. I looked in Mercury and I found this for a super good deal, and I noticed that with Yeri's cards, they were also pretty cheap. But Irene's cards were expensive, as usual. But I just decided to get this one because it's kind of rare to see Joy doing selfies nowadays. As you can see with Psycho, most of them are just not selfie cards. So when I saw this, I just knew I needed it. And then we also have this Irene card from the Red Velvet version. I pulled it and I can't give it up because it's so cute. It's just amazingly cute. And then we have my just mixed Red Velvet photo cards. We have from their photo book, we have from Monster, we have Wendy Solo, we have an extra dog photo card, and then we have some extra cards from Queendom. Here we have some of Joy's bigger inclusions. I do collect bigger inclusions for her as well, but not like consistently, I don't know. That word is hard to pronounce. But I have some of her Polaroids from her solo album, some more, and then we start the big inclusions for Queendom. Like this card I traded for twice, but they got lost a lot of times. But I have it. Oh my god, this is hard. And then we have the postcards from Monster. Then we have one of my newer collections, which I'm super excited about. We have Stayc. So I knew about Stayc before they debuted. I looked at all the teasers, I checked out their content beforehand, and I knew about them, and I liked so bad, but then the hype of collecting them, everyone started collecting them, and I was like, I can't do that as well. And so I didn't do it, and then they released ASAP. And I'm gonna be 100% honest, I hated ASAP. I didn't like the song, I just thought it was annoying. And then they released Stereotype. I thought as well about that song, but after a few months I ended up loving both ASAP and Stereotype, so here we are, and their new album was just amazing as well. So I made a stupid decision of collecting 3 members for Stayc. I collect Sen, June, and Jay. And these are on the way. These are at the Naoki warehouse, but I'm just trying to figure out if I can get something else somehow to ship with them, because it feels I just can't ship 4 cards out because I have 2 other cards. And this one, it's been a while, so hopefully it isn't lost. And then we have, okay, so I started collecting Izone very recently, so I do not have a lot of her cards. But I have her Stadium cards because I own 5 copies. I pulled her all of them, which is kind of funny. But I do not have any of Yoon's Stadium photo cards because we all know that they're very hard to get. And then we have this page, so as you can see I'm only missing Seon. And I'm also only missing Seon for Stereotype, and I have Yoon and J complete. Then I also decided to collect the Make Star cards because they're my favorite. They're holographic and they're super cute. And Seon's is amazing and I really want it. I do have an extra J on the way if it's not lost. Because like when I trade or buy stuff from the US, it's like 50-50 chance that it will get to me. Like I have some sellers that I bought from a lot. For example, the person I always buy my AB6 cards from. For like, cards never get lost if I get them from those people, but I don't know, when I get other stuff it ends up getting lost a lot, so I don't know. But here we have their new album. As you can see, it's pretty empty, but I have all of Jay's cards on the way. I have all the ARs. I have this one for Jay, and I also have like the same card where she's doing this one, this pose, I don't know. I traded for that one yesterday, and I do have, yeah, I have Jay's set, but not for the jeweled case because that Go has not arrived yet. But I have Yoon's because I ended up getting an extra copy and I pulled her. And then I also have all the Make Star cards on the way. And here we just have a page for some J pre-order benefits that I ended up getting. I thought I was gonna get all of her for this era, all of her pre-order benefits, but it ended up being, I don't know. It was not that expensive. It was just not fun because all of the cards aren't that cute. Or of course they're all cute, but they're just like missing the wow factor, if I can say that. I don't know. But I have a few of them on the way, and I think I'm gonna have to add another page later. And then we have Kepler. So here's the thing. I love their show. I love the members, and I don't know what to do about this. So one of the things is for sure that I will collect this girl right here because she's definitely my bias. But I don't know if I'm gonna drop Cheyenne and Hiraku. I'm not sure yet. Which is kind of hard because when I watched the show, I knew I want to collect my top 3, but when I heard the song, the album just wasn't my favorite. Like the songs are good, but I'm not like reaching out to listening to them. It's not like I put Wada Dada on a regular basis because I do not like it that much. But it's still a good song. But so far, this is the progress I made. And it's pretty good. I have another Cheyenne on the way, but I'm still missing a few cards. But I'm probably gonna drop 2 members, but that's not decided, and I don't want to make like any decisions right now because I don't want to end up regretting anything. Then we have the Make Star pre-order benefits because I got my albums from Make Star, and then we have a K-Town for You pre-order benefit. For the like big inclusions, I'm only missing 2 of Cheyenne's. I have Hiraku and Baye. I think that's how you say it, as you know. Like I'm crap with pronouncing anything. So hopefully I said that correctly, but if not, feel free to comment down below. And here's all of her postcards, which I actually ended up getting in the Go I joined. And then we have, this is a new edition as well, so we have Everglow, and I collect EU, that sounds so weird to say, but I've been loving Everglow's comebacks, and I've been thinking about buying their albums every comeback. So when they released, yeah, it was the last album, Pirate, I just decided to say like, okay, I'm not gonna swear, but I just decided to do it. Because I've been thinking like for the last few albums, oh, I need to collect them, I want to collect them, but I never did. So now I just decided to get them. And this is actually the only card I'm missing for her, otherwise my collection is complete. Looks super cute, but these 3 are still on the way, but I have them on the way, so I'm counting it as almost complete. And then we have my weekly collection, which I collect Jaehee, and here's also a collection that I have one, like just a regular set of their new album on the way and the platform version as well. But I'm gonna be honest here, their new concept just was not my thing. The girls just executed it so well. It was so, like, they just did such a good job, but the song is just not my favorite, and the concept overall is not why I stand Weekly. And for me, Weekly isn't one of my old groups, so for me to keep on collecting them, I need to love their music. But I just did not love their latest comeback, so if I do not like the next comeback, or if that's the same concept as this one, I will probably not keep on collecting them. And for Jaehee, this comeback, I'm also just gonna trade for the albums, like the cards I get in the albums, because I think you need 2 sets of albums to complete a member, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, enough talking. So here we have their first album with MMT and Makestar, their second album, the group cards and MMT and Makestar cards, their third album with the group cards and Makestar MMT, and then their fourth album which with their Makestar card. Then I have the stickers and the ticket, which is there. So yeah, and then we have her bigger inclusions here, and I'm still missing this postcard, but I do not want to buy it since she's not like an old bias. So I'm still trying to find a trade, which is pretty hard, but I'm not giving up. And here we have my Blackpink collection, and it says Jisoo, I know. And I actually just decided to put only Jisoo when I made this cover, even though there's a second member. I've collected a second member because I don't know if I'm gonna keep on collecting that second member. I don't want to sell it, but when they release their new album, if it's easy to collect, of course I'm gonna get the second member, but if it's hard, I'm just gonna keep Jisoo because she's my bias. So this is a new addition. I have all of Rosé's cards, which is super exciting. So here we have the first album, Squared Up. Oh my god, it's called Squared Up. Squared Up. Oh my, Squared Up. And then we have Kill This Love, all of their cards. And then we have How You Like That. What's the album card? Oh, it's called How You Like That, which is super exciting. And yeah, so normally these are pretty hard to get, or like collecting Blackpink in general can be hard, but someone actually ended up selling their whole Rosé collection on Instagram, so I just bought all of the cards because they lived in Sweden as well. So I just decided to say, I'm not gonna swear again, but I just decided to do it. And then we have the album cards. We have Jisoo, oh my god, Jisoo. Oh my god, I really need to go to sleep soon and take a nap. We have Jisoo's. Oh my god, Phil. Oh my god, and I said sorry in Swedish. This is not going well, but it's fine. And then we have Rosé's cards, and then we have Jisoo's pre-order benefits from K-Town. And then we have her postcards as well, because I'm not collecting any of these for Rosé. Then we have Oh My Girl. They're also having a comeback, but I'm not getting the album, and it's undecided if I'll keep this collection going. But I don't know, I have her cards from which album did I collect her? I collected her from Secret Garden. I don't know what it's called. I have no idea, but I collected her from this album. And then we have Remember Me, if I'm not mistaken. No, is this Remember Me? No, this is the 5th season. Then we have Bungee, and then we have Non-Stop, and then we have what's the title track called again? It's, oh my god, why can't I remember the name of the title track? When I figure out the name, I'm gonna be so pissed because I know the name, I know that name, but I don't. Dun Dun Dance, it's Dun Dun Dance. So I have all of the cards for that album, which is a lot of cards, and then I have 3 Polaroids, and this is from, is it from Remember Me? I don't know. But yeah, this collection is just gonna stay like this for now, because I don't know if I'm gonna get the new album. Yeah, that's just how it is. So it's gonna stay. And I have G-Idol, and I collect Mini, and this is a collection I'm continuing because I pre-ordered their new album, and I love the comeback. It's just amazing, amazing, amazing. So I'm super excited. But here we have her album cards from the first album, and then we have the Oh My God cards. I have like the rest of their bigger inclusions here. I think this is the card from their second album, or is it this one? I'm not sure. And here we have the Dumdy Dumdy photo cards, the album cards, the K-Town, the Makestar. And then we have Hua. I have the like limited thing that came in some albums, the normal album cards, and my clownery. I have a bunch of pre-order benefits that all look the same, which is really fun. So yeah, and then we have some of her bigger inclusions. And that was all for this binder, so let's move on to my Twice and Cosmic Girls binder. So this is my Twice and Cosmic Girls binder, and Here's my Twice collection. So I collect Diane from What Is Love and onwards. I used to have all of her cards before that, but I sold them because back then I just did not like the layouts and white spaces made me uncomfortable. So I just sold the cards off because they did not look good. And I'm gonna be honest here, Twice is a collection I probably want to keep going because I just noticed that lately I just collect Twice to collect Twice. Like, I love the songs and I love the music, but just collecting has just become like a habit, and not that it's not good, but I do not enjoy it that much. I just collect because I collect Diane, I collect her, I need to keep going, I don't know. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this going. But here's their latest album, and I collected Sana, Diane, and Cheon. Cheon? Oh my god. Cheon? Cheon? Oh my god, wait. I'm messing up the names now as well, but we know it's not Cheon. We know that. It's Cheon. And sometimes I mix that up with Itzy as well. Like, I know the name, it's just that my brain likes to play tricks on me, but yeah. So here's the cards from that album, and this is the Sana card I pulled in like the special bag thing version. So just put it here, and as you can see I'm missing a few cards. I did have this card until last night because I traded it for the Seon card where she does this because I needed that card, so I sadly gave up this Cheon card. And then we have their scratch cards and their IDs, which they look super cute. Oh my god, I'm getting out of breath again. And here we have their Taste of Love cards and the lenticulars. And then we have her Eyes Wide Open photo cards, and we have my OT9 set for Eyes Wide Open. We have all the group cards and her, like, what's this card called? It's a message on the back, so I'm just gonna call it the message card. And then we have the more and more cards, the more and more unit and group cards. And then we have Field Special. Fun fact, this was actually the first K-pop album I ever pre-ordered, which was super exciting, even though the store messed up the pre-orders and I got the same pre-order set. But that's fine. And then we have my OT9 sets for Field Special. And then we have Fancy, and then we have my OT9 set for Fancy, and then we have Yes or Yes. Here's my OT9 set, and it's not in age order, but I wanted it to spell yes, 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 so that's why. And then we have Summer Nights, and I think I have 2 OT9 sets for this, yes. And then we have What Is Love, and I think, yeah, there's 2 OT9 sets for this as well. So here's the Pajama set. This one is the Twice card I've paid the most amount of money for, fun fact. I paid €8, which is too much for a Twice card. But it was the last card I needed at the time, so I just said, oh my god, no swearing, but I decided to get it. So here we have the like cards where they spell out what's love, so it's not in age order either. And then we just have some Diane pre-order cards that I decided to keep. I do not keep the other members, I just keep her and the group ones. And then we have my Cosmic Girls collection, so I collect that one. And I used to collect Soobin, I've collected Unso, I've collected Sola. It's been a mess, but from now on I'm only collecting that one. So here we have the first albums. And then we have the next albums, and then we have As You Wish. And for As You Wish I still have Sola's cards and Soobin's. Both of these are signed by Soobin, so I decided to keep them, and this is my favorite Sola card, and As You Wish is one of my favorite albums overall. And then we have Neverland or Butterfly, I think it's called Neverland, and the song is called Butterfly. So this was the era I started collecting them. And then we have Unnatural, and I still have Soobin's cards here because I haven't sold them yet. It's been pretty hard to sell them, but I sold one of her cards this week, so that's why this spot is empty. And then we have Damon's photo card from that album. And then we have some of her non-album cards, and I'm gonna cut down on these, or I put some of them up for sale, but I'm just keeping them in my binder until I sell them. So these are Broadcasts. This is a fan sign card which is signed. Broadcast that is signed. I think this is either a Chinese fan sign card. I think this is the Chinese fan sign card, and that this is the Starship Square, but it could be the other way around. This is a Broadcast that's signed. These two are from the photo book. This is a Chinese fan sign card. I think so. This is a K-Town for You pre-order benefit, and this is the ticket from the album. These are from the Season's Greetings, as well as these ones. This is a Starship Square for Unnatural. The Tower Records printed Polaroid from Unnatural, and this is like one of my most prized possessions. So Cosmic Girls actually sign photo cards, and they can even sign them to your name on a fan sign. So I had someone go in my place, and yeah, they got that one to sign the photo card to my name, which is just really special. So it's signed to Elsa, which is my name. And then we have the K-Town for You pre-order benefit. This is the sticker, this is the Chinese fan sign card, and I think this and this may be from their fan club kit. I'm not sure where they are from. And then we have Chocome, so I still decided to collect Subin for Chocome because I need to collect them because this subunit is just so cute. So here's the first album, and here's the unit from the first album. And here's their new album, Super Yuppers. So these are normal album cards, pre-orders, and ID thing from the album. And here's the units, and I'm still missing one, as you can see. And here we just have some bigger down one inclusions. So this is a fan sign card that is signed, and as you can see, this signature is a bit smudged. And that's actually the seller's fault. It wasn't like that when they sent it out to me, but due to the packaging, the seller just put the card in without any protection in a top loader, and it was during the winter, so it got wet, and then of course the signature smudged off a bit. So in order to be safe, the seller should have put it in the sleeve, but they didn't, and now the card is damaged, but it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, this was the last big binder, and now I only have one A5 binder left, so let's move on to that. So here's my last binder, which is also an A5 BND binder, and in here I keep some random collections that are too small to keep in the big binders, and just some random cards as I did last time as well. So here we have my IVE photo cards, and I collect Wonyoung and Liz, but I'm not sure if that's gonna continue to the next album because they just announced the comeback, and I'm very broke from all the comebacks this month. And here we have their IDs. And then we have Billlie, and these two are at the Nct warehouse with my Soon photo cards, so I still do not have those. But here we have their special winter album, Snowy Night, and I still do not have the cards from their new album because I'm in a go just for the inclusions. Then we have my Aespa photo cards, and I collected Winter, which I may drop this because I do not feel any kind of special connection to them, so I'm not sure, but yeah. So these are the album cards, and these are from the SM special winter album. And here we have my CIX photo cards, so I don't know. I have them, I don't know if I'm gonna collect them going forward, I don't know. But I have his cards from their third album. I'm still missing the cards from the two earlier albums, but like I can get them, I've seen them, but I'm just not reaching out for them, and I think that's a sign that I may not continue collecting him. I don't know. And sorry if you can hear that I have a bad cold. I feel like I can hear it myself right now, and that means it's pretty bad. And here we have his cards from the album that has Cinema on it. And here we have the cards from their latest album, which made me want to collect him because they're super cute. So from here on, I just have some random groups and just cards I decide to keep. So I have a lot of EXO cards because EXO was actually the first group I ever, like, okay, I had listened to a lot of songs before that, but they were the group that got me into K-pop, especially Kai. If you see the Call Me Baby music video, has these pants, these checkered pants. You can thank those pants for getting me into K-pop, which is kind of funny. But here I have my EXO cards with just the Taemin cards from Atlantis, so I have a lot of solo cards. Then we have some more cards, even more cards, and then we have my Kai Peaches photo cards, and then we have some 17 cards that I don't know what to do because I'm not really listening to 17 at all anymore, but I do not want to get rid of the cards in case I want them, especially these two, because they will be hard to find. More 17, some in Hype Band. I used to collect Jake, but I only collected him for the first album, then I gave up. So I sold his cards, and then these two were my pulls actually from their second album. And here's my Icon photo cards, just the cards I pulled. some A-Pink photo cards, more A-Pink, her solo, some signature photo cards. I used to collect signature, but I'm not doing that anymore, but I love their new album, so I got one version. We have Purple Kiss, we have Lightsome, and then we have my Rocket Punch cards. And I actually just got their new album in the mail, and I'm still missing Ring Ring. It should go like in between these two, but I do not have it, and I actually can't find it for sale on any of the websites that I normally use, because I just don't want to order it. I want to order it with something, but it's always out of stock. So yeah, and then we have a Cherry Bolt card and a Somi card. Somi, oh my god. But that was actually all for my Photocard collection. So thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below.